In seeing the daily news of attacks everywhere on citizens, within family members, killing one another, etc., we are left wondering, has the world gone mad? And actually, the answer is yes. And the answer pertains to the material we have been discussing in looking at the resurrection and the different forms of light that it generates, etc. Let's take a look at it very closely. When we go into resurrection, a very extraordinary thing happens. Transcendence lifts us into a whole new reality. But it is a reality that has left duality behind. The world of opposites becomes integrated. Hot and cold become integrated. Sleep and wakefulness becomes integrated. It is the integration of opposites that the mind cannot cope with. It is used to labeling and then giving value to opposites. This is good, that is bad. It doesn't know what to do when those two merge. And you might ask, well, the people where this is happening aren't people that have gone into resurrection. Resurrection is such a major step for even one of those who walk among humanity to accomplish, that it is a puzzle piece that changes its shape completely, and therefore all the pieces of the puzzle have to reconform. It's a fractal shape in the middle of the fractal pattern that changes, and all the patterns around it has to change. If it's dramatic enough of a change, that is what happens. And resurrection is. So no, they may not be resurrecting the masses where these things are happening. However, they are affected by those who are resurrected. And it creates madness because the mind doesn't know what to do with becoming a contradiction. Opposites unite. Well, what are we going to do about this? Because the world is indeed experiencing attacks in many countries all over the world on its citizens. And madness, even amongst those who we come in contact with on a daily basis. Insanity in their reactions. What are we going to do about it? Well, today we're going to learn another interesting fact about opposites. View the fabric of life as a beautiful weaving. Then see somebody make a gash in it with a knife, and because the tapestry is pulled relatively tight, say over a frame, it opens up like a wound. It makes a gap in between. That means opposites have formed. Between opposites there is a gap. A gap of what? A gap of knowledge. A gap of answers. Can you see where this is going? Because I have said to you that those who go into that third level resurrection, where a white light is generated, that is not just any white light. It is a white light with very specific sacred qualities. It is brilliantly white, because white light is that which carries answers. This carries all possible answers as they change moment by moment. We become the glowing bright light of the Akashic living records. We have the answers. The answers is that which fills the gap between opposites. Now, when the opposites are apart, and then they just suddenly come together, now there's no longer opposites, the mind goes into insanity. However, if you have two poles that have pulled apart, there's a gap in between, and you fill that gap, which is a gap of knowledge, with answers. Even though, as I've explained in our online seminar that will be coming up in October, even though we may not need those answers, they are there for us. That eliminates the need for demons to embody the questions. It eliminates the need for mind to go into insanity because the gap is closing. The gap is closing with answers so that it doesn't befuddle and confuse the mind by being a contradiction. Hot and cold are the same thing is different than there is a range of answers that combine them into a cohesive answer, and that the mind can deal with. So if we generate the white light, how do we do that? In the first level, we generate the magenta. In the second level, we generate the violet light. And in the third level of resurrection, we generate the gold light of glad expectations. When you put those together, they make white light, because the three of them contain all the primary colors. The colors combined create the white light. And then a sacred metamorphosis happens with the white light. And that change in the white light is that becomes all-knowing, living, ever renewed, and it becomes such a font of knowledge that there is no need for any creature to embody chaos.